Alright, I'm headed out for the day to do some exploring near Garrison Ridge and Red Bridge Road. I have been in that area before, but we typically have a destination in mind, so I want to do some more exploring today. We'll see how that goes. First stop is Casey's for some fuel and some caffeine. If you know, you know. And I'll see you again when I get to the trail. Thanks. Alright, we made it to Red Bridge Road. I've not actually been here in the daylight, so we'll see if I can find it like I want to. I think you were going to run right into it. Before we get there, I thought I'd talk about myself a little bit. It's not something I'm very good at doing. I started this journey in a Jeep July of 2024. Before that, I had only owned a Cherokee way back in the days of like my early 20s. I never did anything with it because I was a kid and poor. So I got this Jeep, love it, decided that I would try to share some of the things that I could find, my journey along the way of adding parts to it, new adventures, and things like that. So that's where I'm at now. Getting behind the camera and showing you what I see is something that I'm pretty comfortable doing, but getting behind the camera and talking is something that is new to me. But I also recognize that part of sharing this journey is being able to talk to you all and explain to you why I do what I'm doing. I'm probably gonna stumble around a lot. I'm probably going to repeat myself. I'm going to try very hard not to edit this a whole lot, because I want you to see all of my silly flaws for what they are and try to be the realest version of who I am at the same time. Well, that's enough about me. Let's talk about the Jeep. Groot's a 21 4xe. It's a Sahara edition. I was a little scared about buying a hybrid vehicle of any kind, but I wanted a Jeep. I went out and looked at a few. I love the color. The Sarge green is awesome. I love the color. I mean, how could you not? It's just beautiful. Test drove it. I fell in love with how sporty and quick and responsive and awesome that it was. These days, I rarely actually charge it, which is silly because it's can run about 20 to 25 miles on just electric. I use it for mostly hybrid. Since I've got it over the last year, I've added a couple of things like, let's see, it took a while, but I added a 2.5-inch lift. The 4xEs come with stock 20s. I changed those to the 17s that I have on it now. I added some 35s, mud terrains, because you need those for doing silly Jeep stuff, so that's what we do. More recently, I added some sway bar quick disconnects and adjustable lower control arms, because with the lift, it kind of added some slop to how my steering was, so the adjustable control arms were that, and the sway bar quick disconnects. I didn't know what I was missing out, but if you don't have a Rubicon or you don't have the electric, trying to disconnect those yourself on the trail is a real pain in the butt, honestly. This makes it a lot simpler, and the ability to disconnect those and have that additional flex is really great. And then in the last week, I swapped out my factory bumper for a nice steel one. It is from Extreme Terrain. I'm having trouble remembering it's from Barricade. I had to look at my floor mat because I have a Barricade floor mat. And then I just installed a Barricade 12,000 pound winch. I installed a wireless 6-gang switch, which is awesome. It got kind of the running it through the firewall and having the whole collection of switches on my dash out of the way. Really happy about that. It works really great, and it was pretty darn cheap also, all things considered. What else? I think that's most of my big upgrades that I've done. A lot of other probably foolish ones, or not foolish, but just like not super essential. I've got a fold down table on the back gate, which is awesome if you're out camping or just hanging around. It works really well. I've got this, you can probably see it behind me, this storage thing hanging behind the back seat. It's got lots of pockets in it and places to hang stuff. The only downside is it makes it harder to fold down the seats and hold things. I like the green theme, so I've got some green pod lights and some green rock lights that I mounted on the front. So if you're around the Springfield area and you see the guy with the 4 green lights on the front, that's me, Mario. That's pretty much what I've got so far. It looks like that we might be getting up close to the bridge. I've got an impassable during high water sign. We've been going downhill for a while. So I'm going to shut up a little bit and let you enjoy the scenery. Tapping against the windshield's probably annoying. Sorry about that. That was not the bridge, that was just a water crossing. Here it is. Alright, we'll pick this guy up and hang it out the window. Wow. No parking, it says. So I'm going to pull up here just a hair and pause this and get my drone out. Whoa, put it in park just a little too fast there, buddy. Pause video for a minute and I'll be back. Well, that was Red Bridge. Pretty interesting. I walked across it with the drone and some of the boards were pretty squishy. I went ahead and did this kind of recording out the window because it's pretty dark in my Jeep and I wasn't sure how well I was turning out. I guess we'll see on the finished product. I've got some more adventuring to do today. Probably get on and show you some more stuff. if you enjoy this kind of thing and listen to some idiot talk, then check me out on all my socials. I've got TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and I just started a blog also. I'll try to put all the links to those in the description below. And thank you for sticking along. And if you made it this far, you're awesome. Thanks.